let's talk about where she may go. Where will she go? So a couple things to note is that South Carolina is a Under Armour school, and we have MiLaysia Fulwiley, who is a Under Armour athlete. All right. She is signed with the Steph Curry brand. It is an Under Armour brand, and that could be a factor, possibly. That could be a factor. Now, does it have to be? No. So I saw people talking about. Oh, MiLaysia has to go to a Under Armour school because she signed with Under Armour. That's actually not the case. She can go to an Under Armour school, right? She can, but does she have to? No, she doesn't. And for those who are wondering, the Under Armour schools are, she can go to Maryland is Under Armour school, Notre Dame. I'm talking about the bigger schools. So it's really, if she wanted to go to an Under Armour school, she would either have to go to Notre Dame, Maryland, Auburn, though at the same time, she doesn't. I don't think Auburn is really in the conversation, just because of the changes that they had and whatnot. So yeah, Under Armour schools would be Maryland or Notre Dame in terms of like really good teams right now who are Under Armour. She doesn't have to go to Under Armour because if y'all remember, Angel went to LSU. LSU is a Nike school, and Angel was signed with Reebok, right? You don't have to. You don't have to. What was it? Flau'jae Johnson. Who was she signed with? Is she with Puma? Is Flau'jae with Puma? Hold on. Is Flau'jae? I think Flau'jae is. Where's Flau'jae? Yeah, Flau'jae is with Puma. And again, LSU is a Nike school. You don't have to. You do not have to go. You don't have to go with the brand who you have an NIL deal with. You don't have to. So yes, MiLaysia can go to an Under Armour school. She doesn't have to. So like that conversation, and also I guess it depends on the specific what's specifically in her contract. But other players have done it before, and so yeah, other players have done it. We'll ultimately see what happens from here. But yeah, though I wouldn't think that this is a crazy deal if she doesn't go to Under Armour school. So that conversation could happen. So maybe Under Armour doesn't have to be. So if it's Under Armour, it would need to be Notre Dame or Maryland. Notre Dame, I don't think is likely. Now, would it be fun to watch Hannah and MiLaysia? Sure. But if MiLaysia and Olivia didn't work, I don't understand. And yes, they're two different players. Like Olivia and MiLaysia are very different players. But when we look at Hannah's game and MiLaysia's game, they're both similar. They are similar athletes, meaning that they are players who primarily drive to the basket. They are players who play very, very loose and free and reckless at times. It's just that Hannah has the full leash to kind of do whatever she wants at Notre Dame, and MiLaysia didn't at South Carolina. Now, I don't think MiLaysia and Hannah can and should coexist on the same team. They're basically the same athlete. Not fully the same, but like they have a lot of similarities, was what I'm trying to say. They have a whole lot of similarities. It's just that Hannah is better at defense. I don't think that makes any sense. So yeah, it would be fun to watch. I don't think it makes any sense. Maryland would be really interesting, but Brenda Frese she's an old school coach, and so some of the stuff that Dawn was probably getting on MiLaysia about, you could pretty much guarantee that Brenda Frese will be doing the same thing. And so it's a question mark of, okay, well, how does her role really change? Then you can say, oh, MiLaysia wants to go somewhere where she will win. Okay. If her full goal is to win, if that's the goal, win a championship, well, in a lot of ways, you should have just stayed at South Carolina. If that was your goal. If your goal was to win, you would do South Carolina or UConn. UConn, she won't be able to do whatever she wants to do at UConn. So do you want to go where you can be a star? Well, you can pick your gamut. You have the pick of the litter when it comes to where you can be a star. Because a lot of these teams will allow you to be a star. Now, here's a different category I have of teams that allow MiLaysia to be a lot more freer with the structure and the team around it that could possibly make some noise. And those teams include Ole Miss. Those teams include those teams include possibly a TCU. Those teams include honestly, going back to South Carolina as an option. Also, possibly UCLA. So Ole Miss, TCU, UCLA, Duke. Duke is high up there. And I'm going to say Tennessee, Texas, Louisville. I think those schools and those coaches can allow her to be more free, not fully free to do whatever she wants, but more free to be her normal self with a seatbelt, while also possibly being a contender. Possibly. Now, a couple things to note is that Ole Miss, Duke, huge defensive teams. That's what they do. Defense, right? And I think that would help her a whole lot, and could allow her to just develop even further. To me, if I had some favorites of where I would love for her to go, it's either Duke or Ole Miss. I would love it. Like I think that could be really, really fun. Because yes, Duke just lost Aluchi Akanawa in the transfer portal. I'm going to talk about her in just a bit. They did just lose her. But there's a lot of potential there, and the coaches are very firm, and I think they could be good for MiLaysia, because we all know MiLaysia's crazy talented. We all know. Everybody knows that. She can go somewhere and put up some crazy numbers and be fantastic. But I think she needs to go somewhere that has a little bit more, that has close to the amount of structure that South Carolina has, and coaches that really, really care. Like really, really care about her as a person, not just what she can do on the court. And I think the two coaches that would be best for her, in my opinion, though I don't know MiLaysia, I never talked to her. This is just from an outside perspective. From what I see, I think that I think that Ole Miss and I think the Duke could be great places. I do. Now, could she also go to LSU? Yes. LSU is a possibility, because we know that Kim Mulkey loves a bucket getter with star power. She loves it, right? Kim Mulkey allowed Flau'jae Johnson to be herself, to be literally a rapper and a player at the same time, right? She allowed Angel Reese to be herself. And if MiLaysia Fulwiley went to LSU, I can guarantee you that Kim Mulkey would be like, okay, go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead and do your thing. Track Life Gaming says LSU would be Showtime. It would be. I think Kim Mulkey would allow MiLaysia the freedom to do whatever, right? I think she has the freedom. Now, how exactly that would work, we'll see. In terms of winning, LSU would be very, very fun to watch with Michaela Williams, MiLaysia Fulwiley, and Flau'jae Johnson. I think that would be very, very fun to watch. And LSU got the money for it in terms of NIL. So if NIL is a deal, hey, they got the money for it. It's just that I don't think LSU would win with that combination. I don't think they would win. I think they would be very, very fun, but I don't think they would win. I don't. So that's why I really do have Duke and Ole Miss at the sort of top part of my list. Officer Davis, thank you so much for the super chat, says, please remember to be respectful. Lay is a kid in a business. She has the right to explore her options. She's not ungrateful. Yeah, I am of the mind that players can do whatever they want. If players want to enter the transfer portal, they should enter the transfer portal. Now, do I think that it would have been awesome to see her stay at South Carolina? Yes. However, she can do whatever she wants. Here's the deal. Players are empowered now to go wherever they want. This is a new day. This is a new day when it comes to player autonomy. And MiLaysia could have went. It wasn't like Dawn and South Carolina gave MiLaysia a chance. MiLaysia could have went anywhere she wanted when she was coming into college. She chose South Carolina. She balled out at South Carolina. And off the bench, was in a lot of cases the best player on the court in terms of just flat out talent. And now she's leaving. We don't know why. She could be leaving for more money. She could be leaving for more freedom. She could be leaving just for a better fit. And or she could be leaving because she wants to get out of South Carolina. That's where she's from, right? She's been there her life, like, she's been there basically her whole life. She was a star not even that far from where South Carolina plays their games, right? Maybe she just wants to change the scenery. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff that it could be. Either way, she can do whatever she wants. She's entitled to do that. And while overall, I am not a fan of just the sheer amount of people in the transfer portal, over 25% of women basketball players in the transfer portal, even though I don't like overall how that is, I'm cool with individuals deciding what's best for them. Do it. Decide on what is best for you. And they should have the freedom to do that. NC State could be pretty cool. It could be pretty interesting to see her play at NC State. That could be really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. All right, guys. All right. So yeah, there's lots of options. There's lots of options where MiLaysia could end up going, but who knows? Maybe she shocks everyone again and stays home. The portal, just because someone enters the portal does not mean they are necessarily gone. Not yet, at least. Players can pull out of the portal, but I don't actually think that would happen because this time this doesn't feel like an instance where she would come back. If she wanted to, I'm sure South Carolina will welcome her back, but I don't think that is what she will end up doing.